The Muslims, the Croats, and the Serbs were the three main ethnicities in this conflict. Their differences were not the only factor that led to the violence, since their search of the common goal of establishing themselves in Bosnia as a dominant ethnic group was a big one as well. It's very complicated to try and understand why this happens, but it can be put into simple words. Some theories about why these conflicts happen point out the competition between ethnic groups is what leads to the acts of violence, while many suggest that the conflicts challenge the very identity of ethnicities, which is why people become so passionate about it. Others mention that everyone that is part of an ethnicity becomes involved in the conflict, regardless of what they were trying to do, due to the fact that ethnic identity is rooted into people's minds since they are born, and comes from years and years of history and culture that they learn to become a part of. It's also palpable that it's hard to change how these groups work, and while it's possible for them to open up to new possibilities, the unlikeliness of their cooperation with other groups that have similar interests is big. Conflicts rooted in ethnic differences are commonplace around the world, setting the stage for some of the most violent events in history by evoking terrible acts like genocide, ethnic cleansing, and such. This happens the most when political land divisions leave more than one ethnic group in the same place, and tries to have them all do the same things. Bosnia's case was no different, showing what can happen if an ethnic group like the Serbs gain power and other groups are in the way of what they want. That is, without considering the atrocities that both Muslims and Croats conducted as well. The Dayton Peace Accords formally ended the armed conflict. More than 20 years after they did, they have left many repercussions behind. Trials have been held for war criminals of every ethnicity, not just Serbs, and for the ones responsible of the genocides and violations of human rights that took place on this conflict. All of these issues come from far back into history, with conflict rooted into them, and that is why they are so complex and hard to solve. It's important for people to know about events like this, and that they are justified in no way by what an ethnic group may want or believe, in order to prevent it from happening again.